Well, good morning, everybody. It's chilly. It's chilly. I even got one jersey on. Yes, I got a jersey on underneath here. I never have a jersey on. Guys, I was in Joburg. Oh, you hear the hardy dance? Listen, I'm sorry, but let's talk ornithology. That is right, hey? Ornithology. So, I don't want to be rude about the hardy dar, but I'm going to have to be. Because a hardy dar, you hear it, has to be the most silliest, stupidest bird. And look, I love watching them on the lawn and the way that they just go and pull out the worms. But they are making a nest outside here in the big fig tree. They come every year. They definitely didn't go to finishing school. They don't know how to make a nest. They make it with these sticks. Most of the sticks fall down, and they are really bad mothers. Because I'm yet to see, because they're normally two babies, and I'm yet to see one fly away from there. We normally find them in an interesting, precarious position on the gravel. But anyway, hardy dars, I don't know. But maybe someone can create an app for them or something, that they could work out. Anyway, that's the hardy dars. They're also saying good morning to you. And yeah, it is chilly. There's been snow in near the Cape. Joburg, guys, is so hot. We were there yesterday and the day before, and it is exceptionally hot, dry. We desperately need some rain, so I want you, even if you've got to dance naked in your front garden, I don't care what you've got to do. You've got to blow clouds, you've got to do something, but we need rain. We've had a deluge, and now it's freezing. And it's all up and down. It's all over. But it is, remember, the month of November. And by goodness, Boney M is playing. I'm not even going to try because I really get it bad. I make up my own words, for his love he died or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I make up my own words and it's getting close to Christmas and the holidays. And I've got so much planned, I think I might need to take unpaid leave. True story. And call in some sick days or something. I don't know. But guys, here we are. This is our last Builders Live for the year. And sure, it has been, well, where's the year gone, first of all? I don't know. But we've got action packed today. We are going to inspire you, make you be creative, even if you don't have a creative thumb or nail. We are going to get you to it. So hang tight, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. But first, let's see who's online, guys. Bitty is here from PE. Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for answering on my pomegranate tree. Kathy, good morning from a cooler Lone Hill. Oh, hallelujah, is it cooler? You see, I brought the cooler weather to Lone Hill and Joburg. Absolutely. Linda, good morning from Randburg. Lana Nell from PE as well. Angela, good morning. I haven't been able to join in a while. What's been the problem? Angela? I'm winding you up. Debbie, good morning. Debbie from Leisure Bay. Renata, mwah, mwah. Good morning. Goeiemôre, Skapie. Valerie from Randburg. Rachel, good morning from Kempton Park. Imelda, Omar, good morning. Dig It SA. Love that. Lovely to have you all with us, and the further that are going to join. So I'm not going to any more pages here. Let's get going and let's get to it. Guys, for those of you that are joining a little bit later, if you're going to watch it a bit later on tonight, or whenever, welcome to you. And I do hope that you become inspired and get some ideas for the holidays. And you could even bank them for other times. But the point is to just get you going. Quick fixes. I call it the 10-minute gardener. And yeah, there's lots that we can do. And there's a big aeroplane that's now going overhead. Well, it's hardy dars and aeroplanes. Where is my paintball gun? For the aeroplane. Alrighty, guys, alrighty. Let's get to it. First of all, I want to talk about the lawn. Folks, if your lawn is not looking great, there's actually no excuse. if you're in Joburg and it has been exceptionally hot and dry, and I know water's been a thing and you've been unable to water, I'm going to give you the 3-week timeline in order to get your lawn looking good for the holidays. So it really is a 3-week timeline, and stick to this and I know you'll be okay. So first of all, if you've got weeds, guys, you've got to make 2 decisions. One, am I going to leave it green? Because green's better than not green. Or am I going to get rid of the weeds? And then if you've got a lot of weeds, I want you to really think about this, because if you do get rid of the weeds, then you're going to have big patches. So you really have to weigh this one up. If you've got weeds here and there, couple of rules, guys. Do not let them flower. Simple, standard. Remember, after flowers come seeds. After seeds, they're going to end up in your lawn and you're going to have more weeds. Okay, so break the cycle. Break the cycle, all right, really simple. So don't let them flower. Even if it means you got to take the lawnmower, put on a little bit of height setting if you weren't planning on cutting, and just like nail through it. Okay, but just don't let them flower, please. If you are going to get rid of the weeds, guys, and you know, okay, so you can get the products that you dilute into water. You dilute them into water, please. We've gone through this. If you're not certain on it, please go back on this channel and look at the lawns, all about lawns, okay? We've got, we've gone in depth into it, but this is quick fixes. So either one of these guys, they are already mixed, okay? They're already mixed, they're ready to go. So literally, you just grab it, turn it on and psh, 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 spray. Remember though, please, just remember, okay? You're not like going to kill the weed. No. It's just like one spray. You see that? One spray, okay? If you do that, okay, you're going to kill the lawn around it as well. Okay, so because then you're adding too much. So it's just a spray, guys. It's just a spray. For those of you that have got cats and dogs, because everybody always asks this question, if you've got cats and dogs, guys, keep them off the area that you sprayed. Keep them off the lawn for an hour. That's all you need to do. You're going to spray on a hot sunny day. You're not going to spray when the wind is blowing in PE or the southeaster is gusting through. You are not going to be doing that. So hot, sunny, windless day, and avoid mowing the following day. Okay, so you want to spray it, you want to wait at least 3 or 4 days to allow the product that you've applied to really get into the plant, because it's taken up through transpiration into the plant. It works on the leaf surface of the weed. So please do not mow immediately. Okay, so I think that covers the quick fix. So it's mixed already, spray, away you go. Please do not try and cut your lawn harder than you normally do because it's growing quickly. Okay, don't do that. Because then we can have these hot, extremely hot days, and it's then going to burn. It's going to have sunburn. You know, I often say it's like the Gautengelings coming to Balito Beach with no sunscreen, no factor 50. Okay, what happens? Okay, you got your vest on, you're quite cool, you're hanging out, you know, you've got your Oros, and you forgot to put the sun cream on. Something is gonna go pear. You know, I know the ending. I've seen the story, and the same is going to happen with your lawn. That top layer, if you're going to mow it too hard, and you're going to take more than a third off, that is literally like going to the beach without sunscreen on. So don't cut too low, because it is going to burn your lawn, and you're going to end up with brown patches, and you're going to put the lawn under strain, especially windy conditions, hot and sunny. That's going to be the outcome. Okay, so please. Chris. Chris is sending lots of smiley faces. Yeah, but you got the picture. I mean, you're with me there, huh? You're with me there. Yeah. Many blisters, huh? Many blisters. No factor 50, right. Leslie wants to know, Leslie, can you still put lawn dressing on? You can, but I'm going to swing it both ways. I'm going to say, if your lawn is full of dongers and ditches and it's uneven, then you can put some lawn dressing down. Look, it's going to grow quickly. It's going to recover very, very fast. Please don't put it on very thick. Whenever you put lawn dressing down, and this doesn't matter when you're putting it down, whether you're putting it down early spring or even now, remember, never cover the lawn completely. You always want a few of the little leaves just sticking out. So you don't put like, okay, you put little bits. And then as it grows through, to fix the donga, you add a little bit more, and then and a little bit more. Okay, it's not a one hit wonder, this thing. All right. So, right, let's get to, we've got rid of the weeds. Remember, you're making a decision. If you've got a lot of weeds, personally, if you've got a lot of weeds, yeah, and it's kind of this time frame, this 3-week period I'm talking about, this 3-week period, I personally would not, if you've got a lot of weeds. I'd rather have green than patches. Yeah, okay, and then you can tackle that in 2025. Okay, make that your number 1 hit list. All right, in order to green the lawn up now, green the lawn up, guys, I would strongly suggest you are going to use this. Now, turbo grass, guys, please listen up carefully, is only available at builders' warehouses, not express. It's only been listed at builders' warehouses. It's Carnock turbo grass. Guys, this will transform your lawn incredibly. So what I suggest that you do, if you don't have a warehouse in your dorp, is boil some eggs, make some samis, and get on the road and hit your local builder's warehouse and make a bit of an occasion of it, because then you can get some turbo grass. Turbo grass is an incredible product, guys, and it's recently become available at builders, and I'm so very excited about it. We were involved in the developing of this product. We tested it, we've trialed it probably over 3 years ago now. That's how long we were working with it. And it's got a lot of iron in it. It greens your lawn up, boom, like green that like hurts your eyes. It's green. Very important that this product is coated, each little granule is coated, which means that for us as gardeners, if we put it down, yes, we still do have to water. Hopefully it is raining and when we put it down. But say you just don't put enough water. The likelihood of burning, as a chemical fertilizer does, is hugely reduced because of this special coating that is around each granule, which is a really, really good thing. Okay, so turbo grass safe for pets, 100%. Absolutely. Unless, of course, there's something very wrong with your pet, that it's going to want to eat this. But really, I mean, this is little corals, it's little granules. It does not have an organic smell. It doesn't have that earthy, it doesn't. In fact, it smells innate. It has no smell. So your pets are not going to want to eat it. You can let the pets run on and run over it if you please. And they are highly likely not going to want to eat it because it really is not palatable at all. So don't stress about that. So that's what I want you to put on for an organic option, guys. You can use Talborn. You can use Vita Green, which is a 515 organic fertilizer. This is for lawn and foliage. Put that down, guys, and that is going to green up your lawn. Okay, so that's the organic option. And remember, with the organic option, you don't have to water. However, I would suggest that you do. Why? I'm going to suggest that you do because this is in a pelletized form. As you add the water, it just helps to, they expand, they swell, and they break down quicker, releasing the nutrition into the lawn faster. Okay, so you could leave the pellets there. Pets, unfortunately, do like the taste of them. So they might just go grazing on the front lawn and eat a few pellets. Is something going to happen to them? Are they going to grow another tail? You know, are they going to turn into beasts or something? Absolutely not. No. So don't worry about that. As a rule of thumb though, if I am putting down organic, I do give it a water just to get it going that much quicker. Okay, so that is lawns. Guys, edges. Think about edges. Edges are the framework of your garden. They define it. They define the lawn that meets flower bed. If your edges are looking raggedy or looking like they've been through a really bad patch, you know, like uncared for, unloved, it is going to determine what the overall look and feel is of your garden. Just fix your edges and the garden looks better. It looks better. It looks cared for. It looks loved. It looks manicured. All right? One of the easiest things, cheapest chips in the business. Man, you can't beat these things. You honestly cannot beat sheep shears. No springs, really easy to take care of. Just make sure you give them a good wipe down afterwards. Keep them sharp. Remember, you can get your own sharpening tools. You can buy them at builders. Just keep the angle that you're working at when you are sharpening them. Make sure once you've finished with them that you give them a clean and a wipe down and put a bit of Q20 or WD-40 on them so to make sure that they are not going to rust. But these work really good as edging. Yes, and I know it takes a bit of time, but it makes you sit on the lawn and makes you sit on your bum and work your way along the edging. And there is something quite special about that. It's grounding. It's good. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's talk about quick fixes, color options. All right, so when I'm talking about color options, I'm talking about things that are incredibly tough, all right, that are going to give you the color that you want right through the summer period. So I'm not only talking for the next 3 to 4 to 5 weeks, I'm talking all summer, right until we hit into autumn. And most of them that I'm going to show you, in fact, yes, all of them that I'm going to show you are perennials, which means if you plant it in the right spot, look after it, it's going to carry on in the garden. It is going to carry on. But the ones I want to share with you are these that are looking amazing, and I guarantee you that they are going to continue to look amazing as those little gap fillers. You know, they really, the only way I can say is that they're quick fixes. They're a bit of a cheat, but they work. They work. So for hot sunny spots, pots, beautiful in pots, just little gap fillers. This is the Euphorbia. Really lovely to use, guys. This is Diamond Frost, or there's another one called Kilimanjaro. But truly, a day will not go past where this little guy does not have at least half of it should be full of flowers. They never stop giving. Get to about 30, 40 centimeters in height, by about that same in width, hot, dry, sunny, treat it badly, and it will reward you insanely. A great combination, if you've got some gaps to fill, is to look at some Angelonias. Now, Angelonias are incredible. They're great for the summer, guys. You find them in this beautiful mauve, white. You get them in a bicolor as well, a blue and a white or a purple and a white, and really incredibly tough. Love the same conditions. So we've got those hot, sunny gaps that we want to fill. Now, if we were thinking, or if we had a bigger space, say we had a space like possibly like a meter, then I would look at something like that, and lower down, I would just pop a little bit of yellow in. Now, this yellow at the bottom here, this is called Bidens, and believe it or not, this, guys, is a direct cousin of the blackjack, as in the weed. Bidens is the botanical name of the blackjack. They are incredible, guys. I have got them in the garden. I've got the white. I'll show you in a second. Actually, I'm going to move it over here. Mason, sorry, I'm going to make you go in all sorts of different directions. So I want to show you here. This is the yellow. All right, there's the yellow. Incredibly strong, and this is the white. And they are, guys, in terms of giving, they are incredible. We've got some in the top garden and the bottom garden. When they start looking a bit raggedy, we literally take that sheep shears and we just we just give them a good haircut and they come away again. great in hanging baskets, good in pots, because they do have a bit of a trailing habit. But look at those flowers. And as I said, if you're taking that and that and that, I mean, we've got some real options there. I mean, that is really nice and incredibly tough and cope very well with the heat. So there are some great options for you for those little gap fillers. Let's talk about semi-shade, because a lot of folks have semi-shade and they're like, well, what can I put in there that's still going to give me some color, for the holidays? And of course, one of our firm favorites is our beautiful Plectranthus Mona Lavender. I mean, look at that guy. Also very giving, lots and lots of flowers, semi-shade, under a tree, dappled shade, edges of the home, morning sun. There you've got the options. In pots, they fantastic. And I do love, what is my chain out? Oh dear. Okay, I'll pop it back in, Kev, thank you. Right. And I do love the mauve. Look at that lovely mauve underneath there. So if you've got a half-day sun, okay, if you've got a half-day sun and you're thinking of a pot, or what can I put something in, or because I really do like the height of the Mona Lavender. So if I had to take that and we're looking for something that can really complement it, look at that, because your euphorbia is also very happy in a half day. So 4 to 5 hours of sun, which is the great same. Good bed buddies. They work incredibly well together. Okay, so of course, summer is coleus time. If you are living in the tropics, on the coastal areas where you don't get frost, these will be all year round in your garden. If you are in the colder areas, you will need to protect these during the winter. But as a good gap filler, inexpensive, guys, this is such a winner. And I just keep planting. I just keep adding more and more to the garden. And guys, it's like a slight obsession, because I just love the colors and it always looks good. It's like it's had permanent highlights, so it's going to give, I've got this beautiful lime green. It's going to be with me all the time. It's never going to have a bad day. It's not going to flower and then go off. I've got this beautiful color. So here we go. There are the combinations for your semi-shade. And remember, just as a thought, and we do this here in the garden, coleus enjoy full sun as well. Full sun. Yes, their leaves do go a little bit smaller. The colors do become a bit darker, but it can grow in full sun. So think about that. Just think about that. Other options that we can always add, and I really do like this. Do you see pots? A lovely coleus with a little bardens down there. So guys, these are some really quick fixes. I couldn't possibly not talk about these. These are the beautiful Diplodenias, also known as Mandevillias. And they are elegant, they are gorgeous, they love the sun. They can even do in a half-day sun, great for pots. Ideally for me, these are potted specimens that are going to give you loads and loads of color. Okay, so there we go. There's some options for color, and I did miss some over there. But we've got a few questions, so let's just quickly jump to them. And sekere winkels, okay, Renata, let's do this. In sekere winkels word Epsom sout spesifiek vir tuine te koop aangebied. Hoe weet of wanneer 'n mens dit kan gebruik? Ek het vir so lank so skaapsker gebruik om die hele tuin se gras se rande te sny. My 'n hele dag gevat. Ja, dit moet 'n hele dag vat. Maar kom ons praat oor die Epsom sout. Nou. Okay. If Epsom salt was so good for our plants, for the soil, in quantities, I would think that builders would sell it in 20 kg bags. Wouldn't you? I didn't think about it like that. Right. What does it tell you? Epsom salts added is in here, is in fertilizers, is in a lot of the plant foods, which are in a granular form, which then get added with other trace elements, because too much of one thing is never good. Too much of one thing is never good, which is why it is often combined in our granular fertilizers that you normally buy, and you get a scoop and you put that into 5 liters of water and you mix it, because it is then balanced. As soon as you start adding kgs or teaspoons or buckets of one thing that hasn't been tested and proven by the very, very clever people behind all these products, we end up having a problem. So I hope that answers your question. But I'm yet to see 20 kgs of Epsom salts available at Builders. Just thought I'd let you know. Renata, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so there we've got some quick fillers. Guys, remember, very, very important, with the heat and the wind and everything else, keep everything mulched. Keep it mulched, keep it hydrated. Water early in the morning, preferably early. If you have to, late in the afternoon. I don't like watering late in the afternoon. With the heat and humidity, depending on where you are, you can encourage fungal diseases. Okay, now let's get on to the next thing, because we're talking quick fixes. We're talking, how do I get something looking amazing without costing me an arm and a leg? And I want to talk hanging baskets, guys, because this is really one quick way of taking a plant. And let's take this guy here. This guy is a Hypoestes. It loves growing in semi-shade. It can be in a half-day sun. Full-day sun, the leaves tend to get a bit smaller. So I say dappled shade, early morning sun, or so a half day, either way. Can even grow indoors if you've got enough light. This is an inexpensive plant. It's probably going to cost you under $50. You can even buy them in trays and little 4-packs. But I want to show you what you can do with a plant like this, which is also called the polka dot plant. A simple plant like that, and pimp it and turn it into something quite amazing that could actually be quite a showstopper. So many of us have bought these baskets. Okay, we buy these baskets at our local Builders, and then we try and plant them up. And yuckles, stuckles, I don't know about you, but I'm not good at balancing myself, you know. And then I've got this basket now that I'm trying to plant up. And, you know, it's like, so there's going to be a problem. I can see an accident happening. You know, when your parents used to say, something's going to go wrong, there's going to be tears. You know, I see tears coming here. I see tears. So what I do is, and guys, this is where it goes wrong. Number one, we buy the basket, we try and plant it up here. What I do is I just have a pot and I put it in there. Oh, look at that. Nice and stable. Right. Next mistake is this. Guys, most of you plant straight into this coir. You can't. You cannot, because of this. And this, because of this. Yeah. And then you email me and you tell me, but the water just pours right out the bottom of my hanging basket. Well, that's why. Because all it is, guys, is that the coir is there for decorative purposes. And yes, to hold the soil in, but also mainly decorative. So what do? Very, very quickly, and I'm really going to race through this, because in about 2 weeks' time, there is a video coming out on much more detail on how to look after this. So you take a black bin bag, any black bin bag will do, and I hope I'm not the only one that ends up fighting with these things. I mean, really? Gosh. I need an instruction manual for this too. Okay, so we're going to take a black bin bag. Got everything all over me here. Okay, let's take this, and what we do is we line the basket. Okay, you line the basket. You do not cut anything off at the moment, no. But what you do is you make a few holes. And I'm doing this at the speed of light, guys. You make a few holes at the base, all right? Then what we're going to do is let me move this over so we can all see what's going on here. We're going to take our potting soil and we're going to pimp our potting soil, because remember, we have got a plant that we're wanting to live forever, happy ever after, in a hanging basket. All right, not much soil. Roots can't go to the neighbors to go and find some fertilizer or some water. So we're going to add in to our potting soil, we are going to add in some palm peat. Remember, this is the block of coconut husk that has been broken down. Pop it into a Tupperware, makes 9 liters, and into that I'm just going to mix over here. And normally I would say if you're using 1 bag of potting soil, you would use 1 entire block of this, which is about this volume here. So I've got about 2 buckets in here, so I'm not going to add too much. What does the palm peat do? The palm peat does the following. Palm peat is able to hold moisture, you see? So I'll do it again. Look here, as I added the water. No water dripping, but there it is. So it gets sucked up into that. All right, into that I'm going to add in some water absorbing granules, which is called Hydrocash. Guys, you can also see we've got a separate video on Hydrocash. To this amount, I'm going to add about 20 grams, and you add it in dry. All right, and I also am going to add in a handful or 2 of Bio Ocean, which means I've got the nutrition in here now. I've got the capacity to hold moisture, give it a good mix. And you know, you can keep this if you don't use all of it. You just put it into a bag, seal it up, and write on it like, this is my special hanging basket mixture. All right, here we go. Give it a good mix, and then you can use it in time to come. This mixture that I'm doing here, you can also use in containers. Fantastic for containers. All right, so now what we do is add a bit of this, about 1/3, right? 1/3 the way, right? We've got our plant. Now remember, you can take any plant and pop it in. Take that off. Ooh, look at all those roots. Now, if you've got a lot of roots like this, I want you to tease the roots. Tease the roots open a bit. Okay, so we're going to take it like that. Just open it up gently. All right, so once we've teased them, you then give it a good shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. All right, because we want to get some of this excess soil off, because we want to make sure that this guy is going to be entirely happy. But you see, as we're doing this, do you see what I do? I just take my fingers like that and just like do a bit of a rub-a-dub-dub, bit of a shake. And we take a lot of the soil, excess soil, but we still got all the roots. Okay, lovely. Right, now take this bad boy and I'll pop him in here. All right, so we get him in. Check that your level is correct. All right, I could actually go down a little bit, little bit more. Get that bad boy in there. All right, remember, this is our cheapo plant, hey? Cheap, cheap, cheap. And we're taking it to a new level. All we're going to do now is we're going to backfill it with some of our soil, our beautiful potting mix. Okay, in it goes. And guys, if you've got a plant that's very full, just hold the plant over there and back. All right. Oh, there's soil going into my coffee. All right, firm it down there. Okay, I'm running at the speed of light here, so I'm doing this very quick, Sticks, but make sure you've filled up all there. Then at this point, you'd now cut away the black bag. You don't do it before, because your soil, the bag, and as you add the soil, will take on the mold of the basket. Does that make sense? Okay, so there we go. Let's get rid of all of this here. Okay. And then, that was in like 5 minutes flat. We have a beautiful hanging basket, guys. Okay, there we go. So, let's take that away. Alrighty, and how easy was that to plant it? And if you haven't cut this, I cut this in a big hurry. And then we do that. Oh man. And look at that. There is a gorgeous hanging basket. We've taken a plant from 0 to hero in a matter of 10 minutes. And this is going to be fabulous in any semi-shaded spot. And once I've finished fighting with the chains, it will hang up straight. There we go. Now, let's think one step further. One step further, and I'm just going to lay this down here so that I don't damage anything. But what if we were going away for the holidays? What if we were going away for the holidays and we were worried about the plant? Like, oh my gosh, is it going to stay alive? Who's going to water it? X, Y, and Z. A very, very quick way and a very cool hack is to take some mulch. So it's your lovely leaves that have been broken down. I mean, look at that. They're already turning into a bit of compost here. You can see they're holding moisture. Take some mulch. Take your hanging basket down, wherever it's hanging in the garden. Take it down. Put it into a similar light. But if it was in full sun, you're going to put it like into half-day sun. So you want to reduce the exposure. Okay, dappled light, right? But not shade. You don't want to go from full sun to shade. So you want a more even, tempered environment. But then you take a whole lot of leaves, and this is not going to look pretty, because remember, this is when you're on holiday. You're not there. Most of us go on holiday for like a week, 7 to 10 days, and all I'm going to do is put some mulch around it, and then you leave this basket on the floor in that spot, give it a very good watering, and what the mulch is going to do, it's going to trap the moisture in the basket there and help this little guy survive the week that I'm away. Quick sticks, nice and easy. All right, so let's take this bad boy, and we're going to hang it up. My little polka dot plant, Hypoestes, a great ground cover for semi-shade, and it really doesn't require a lot of water at all. Very, very tough. And when it starts looking scraggly, guys, all I want you to do is give it a good haircut. Yep, so let's hang this little guy up here. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at you. Yeah, I actually don't even mind the mulch, even if it's like not even on the floor. I don't mind it at all. Right, okay. So that's your hanging baskets. Now, next. Oh, okay, guys. I need a time check. Someone, please. Oh, caramba. Right. I hope you buckled in, because we're going to hit some turbulence any second now. And come along with me, because I'm going to show you some quick fixes. This is the 10-minute gardener. You've got people coming. You don't have a lot of money. Budget is tight. How can we fix things? How can we upcycle? How can we make pretty when we've got that much ront? Okay, this is how we do it. Now, it is mosquito fly season. Ugh. You guys, if there's one mosquito in a 20-kilometer radius, do you know it's going to bite? Me. I don't know what it is, but they come and bite me. So we do get these. We get these candles from builders, but I mean, it's a very ugly tin, hey? Yeah, that's very, very ugly, okay? And then the candle part is on the top there. Yeah, but really, I don't want this to be my centerpiece, huh? Nee. Okay, so this is a very cool hack. Guys, this over here, there's this thing inside here. Okay, come and have a look. You've got to get deep inside here. So you put your candle inside, just a pot, all right? Keep the lid on, please, while you fill it up with some pebbles or marbles or shells or whatever you've got. And then when it's full, then you take this out. If you don't put the lid on while you're filling it in, you know what's going to happen. You're going to end up having to take the stones out, all right? So that's a really cool hack. And then you've got it in a nice pot or pot cover or anything that you had. Now, this used to be a different color. Now, not quite Christmassy color, it was. But it's okay, because you can get some of this. Look here. 1 tin spray paint. 1 tin spray paint can go on anything. Beautiful color, guys, but I want to show you, because I'm really bad at spray painting. I don't know about you. So this little gadget, you just do that, squeeze it there, and it fits on, like so, see? Okay, and then you Going to give it your shake, And I want to show you because I'm really, really bad at spray painting. You know, one of those people that make the lines that run everywhere. You know, that streaks. So this thing helps. It's called a comfort grip or something. But we spotted it at Builders. And then it just really makes, all you got to do is make sure that that thing is pointing to the front. And highball. Isn't that easy? Huh? Look, even Tanya can do it. Okay, nice and simple, guys. So think about that. I really do like that, and it works. Of course, plants like basil, mint, geranium, scented geranium are wonderful for keeping away mosquitoes and flies. Pop them into a little bowl like this, and then as you walk past, just give them a little drukkie. You just give them a little squeeze. Because as you do that, oh, there it is. You're releasing the beautiful oils, and this chases the flies, the mosquitoes away, and it looks pretty as well. All right, quick color. Quick color for patios indoors. Every home has to have a poinsettia, guys, and here all we've done is we've got a couple of poinsettias, put them into a basket, not even planted up, but doesn't that look spectacular? Arum lilies, potted roses, chrysanthemums, all of those give you that nice little bit of color. And don't negate or don't leave out plants that could be on the patio or inside for a short period of time. I'm talking like for a week, to pretty things up, like a little fuchsia. This little fuchsia could be indoors in a brightly lit spot for a week. Once the festivities are over, take it out, plant it into the garden, and yeah, you've kind of solved two things all at once. And a lot of those plants that I showed you earlier over there will do exactly that. Okay, so to keep that in mind. Other things that we can do, guys, for Christmas trees, topiaries. I love this. This is a conifer. It's called Cupressus macrocarpa. It's called gold crest. And when you give it a squeeze, it's lemony. It's beautiful and lemony. Same thing here. This was a silver little pot. Silver pot. Bit of spray paint, bit of Rust-Oleum onto it. Changed the look and feel. Got some solar lights, guys, and pop them around. And there you have it. And remember, when it's done, when all is said and done, you take this, take your gold crest, pop it into the garden or into a container, and there we have nailed two birds with one stone. Right. Other lights for decorative. Oh, man, these I love. These indoors or outdoors, they're quite long. I think it's about 5 meters, 4.5 meters. So these can go indoors, outdoors, off patios, in the garden. Nice. Now, come along over here. I found these and I just absolutely love them. So these can hang. They can be anywhere, other under a, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at these lights. We actually put some in underneath an umbrella, hung some in the garden as well. But really for some ambient lighting, pop some flowers in them, and all of a sudden it's got a different look and feel, you know, completely different look and feel. So from lighting options, there really are loads, guys, whether it be the little solar ones that you can put in as garden lighting, more decorative. Your options are endless, and think creatively, because it can really take a kind of a dull outdoor braai area or just your patio, or even just in the garden. Really just pimp it up 1 or 2 layers. Now, for something else, this is awesome. You're going to love this. This is awesome. So, yep, the little orchids, our beautiful little phalaenopsis, often make an appearance over the holiday time in our homes, because they're lovely and easy, quick fixes, and you can pop a little orchid like that into a bowl, a vase, a pot cover. But what if you didn't have something, but you only had a clear jar like that? Well, how could we kind of pimp that up to get a bit of a more festive look and feel about it? Quick way is to use the mirror effect, which we sprayed onto this, which used to be clear. Spray it from the inside, and then you have got that beautiful silver, which is giving you that festive cheer. And you know what? When you've had enough of it, then you can always just spray the outside. A different color as well. So there you have it. Nice and easy. Folks, most of us have got one or two of these around. Yeah, little terracotta pot. Most of us have got something. This, you can see, has been reused a couple of times. I want to show you a really fast, quick way that you can take this into something decorative, or you could gift it, which is really cool. Okay, so it's very, very easy. You're going to need some of this here. This is, it's like a filler. It's almost like a, what do you call that stuff? Polyfiller, that stuff. But like kind of on steroids. It's called a skimming compound. Okay, so you buy it in a little tub like this, which means you don't have to buy like huge amounts. And you can see it here. We're going to need a little tool. And you can see it's not all that runny, so it's much easier to work with. You see that? Much, much easier to work with. And for people like me, it works particularly well, because all you're going to do is get yourself a little stencil, which you can buy in the craft section at Builders. You can get all sorts of different little stencils. You're going to take your little terracotta pot. You're going to pop the stencil on there. Okay, get your shape. You're going to stick it down with a wee bit of masking tape on either side. Stick it down. You don't need to cut this. Just put a bit of masking tape there and there. And then you take this beautiful gooey compound and you are going to pop it onto there. So you just follow your little template here and pop it on there. So, you know, you get the deal. I haven't, because I'm heading on time here. So you're just basically going to do that. Make sure it's all stuck down together nicely. Leave it, let it dry. It'll take a couple of hours to dry. That's it. And what do we end up with? Once you've done that, I want you to then take one of these little squeegee scrapers, and you're just going to wipe across the outer surface of it. And you're going to end up with that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that so beautiful? So there we've taken a basic compound, put the little stencil on it, stuck it down with some masking tape. Okay, popped it on. If you put too much on, use this little squeegee goodie here to take the excess off. Let it dry, and there we have a beautiful pot, which gifted, planted up with a succulent. Either way, I think it's very, very cool. So there are ideas of how you can take something really simple and pimp it, fix it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, guys, here is one of your quickest fixes. We have got amaryllis. Now, amaryllis bulbs you will still find at your local Builders, and if you haven't planted them, fear not. Folks, the thing with an amaryllis bulb is that whether you plant it in the ground, whether you just submerge it in a bit of water, whether you put it in a bit of moss, it will flower. It's guaranteed to flower, because the flower bud is already formed in this bulb. So you kind of get it ready to go. It's called plug and play. Okay, so you will never have the drama of an amaryllis not flowering. It will flower for you. And it will take about 5 weeks to flower. You get where I'm coming from. So this is how we do it. You take a bowl. You're going to put some gravel at the bottom, all right? Cheap gravel, doesn't really matter what it is, all right? We've got our amaryllis that are pre-programmed to flower, all right? Looking good. Now, we're going to take a bit of sphagnum moss, okay? And if I can find my pair of scissors, right, here it is. Show you very, very quickly how to do this. This is so cool. Okay. All right, so I got some lovely sphagnum moss here. And this is the decorative. It's going to hold them in place. And all we do, so I've got, this is my one color. Pop them over here. All right, you see? Nice and simple. All we got to do is make sure that the neck of the bulb, this is called the neck all right? Here is where it bulges out just like an onion. That must be at the level of your pot, the top level of your pot. Can you see that? Okay, so we're going to pop that guy over there. We're going to put this little baby on this side. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Ah, lovely. You get the picture. All right, you can throw a few extra pebbles around here if this guy's being badly behaved. And, you know, in terms of pebbles, I'm going to show you. Sorry, I disappeared down there, but I'm back here. You can take just even a few other stones and just to hold them. All it's going to do is it's just holding it, giving it a bit of support. That's all it's doing. Just a wee bit of support. Okay, stand still. Sit. Stay. Yes. Good. Just put that over there. No, the stone's too big. It's driving me mad. Okay, here we go. All right, now all that we do, take our sphagnum, and we pop our sphagnum around. Ah, oh, it looks like it came from Europe. Out of one of those fancy, fancy homes that they show in those fancy, fancy magazines. And look, we made it ourselves. So it's a bit of sphagnum over there. Why do we put the gravel in? The gravel in is there so that when we add water, it's a little reservoir. Okay, so you're never going to add a lot of water. Look how much it's pretty. Look. And then if we really wanted pretty, we would take our lights and we would put some lights around there. And man, you can just go off the wall. Okay, so now watering. You really wouldn't give a lot of water, guys, because remember, you don't want to fill it up too much. You just want to get the roots of those. So you're not going to be putting liters in, please. Okay, use your powers of practicality and observation. You're not going to be putting liters in, but there we have it. Put it in a brightly lit spot. Patio, kitchen windowsill, bathroom that gets lots of light. And these are going to flower. Nice, eh? So quick, so easy. Okay, right. Okay, guys, other options. What else can we do? We've only got 4 to 5 weeks. What could I sow now? Is there anything I could sow that could possibly be growing and I might be able to harvest it in time? Yes, there is. There is. So stick with me here. Radish, 100%. Coriander, yes, you could. Catnip, yes, you could. Pet grass for the kids, yes. And probably the one that you really, really should be doing is baby spinach dash. Guys, baby spinach. Within 4 weeks, you'll be able to start harvesting your first baby spinach and not have to buy it from the supermarket. And remember, spinach, salads, smoothies, if you have to, stir-fried, just wilted, in green salads. Man, your options are beyond and healthy, and you grew it. All right. So consider the following as well. And I want to jump to this very, very quickly. Guys, and I'm sticking to the edible side. So those are some things that you can sow. Right. I'm going to stick with the edible theme because it does become apparent when all of a sudden we might be spending a bit of time at home and we're saying, well, what now? There's no herbs or anything in this garden. So what are we going to do? And it is one thing that all of us really, really should be embracing. This is a little patio veg. And guys, look out for these, please, at your local builders. This is a patio veg, and it's a little eggplant. It's a brinjal, but it's a mini brinjal. So it can go in a pot quite happily and give you mini brinjal. All right? It doesn't need acres of land to grow your own veggies. So consider these over here. And on the mini veg side, you also get them in seed, whether it be baby tomatoes, baby cabbage, baby little squash. Aren't they, Nunu? So you don't need space. You don't need a whole big area. But what if? I just want a few herbs. I want a few herbs. Haven't done it. Haven't got them. Thinking about the holidays. Going to be spending a bit of time in the kitchen. Yeah. So, old bucket, couple of holes drilled in the base, premium potting soil in it. Remember, I can use the mix, the same mix that I used for my hanging basket. That's right. And I want to have some options. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is. Guys, sage. Roasts, sage, yes, yummy. Pop one in here. And why don't we just do the whole thing? Let me just show you quickly. Take this guy, pop him in there. Yay. Thyme. What a bit of thyme. Okay, in this baby goes over here. Sage, a little bit of thyme. There we go. Pop that little baby in here. And of course, we need 3. 1, 2, because things work in 3. And I'm going to take a little bit of parsley. Now, parsley, oh yes, they always have loads of roots. Always, always have loads. So I'm just going to tease a few of those roots away. And I'm just emptying it at the base over here. Tease a few of those roots away, right? And here it comes. Pop that little guy in there. Of course, we would backfill it with a bit of soil, our same soil. But time is not of the essence here. And if we wanted to add a bit of color, we take a few little nasturtiums, okay? And we pop a nasturtium in there. Hi, mummy. And remember, they're edible. And the leaves, the flowers, high in vitamin C. High in vitamin C. And, ach, jyne, maar jy's cute, né? Okay. And there we go. And, of course, there we have a little instant veggie bucket planted up and good to go. All parts of all plants are safely able to be eaten. Could make a nice gift. Yeah, you've got me onto something here. I got myself onto something. Oh, okay. Guys, last few things, and I'm seriously hitting a speed wobble here, so hang tight with me, please. But what else can we do? Come on, these are really easy, quick, fun to do. Stay where you are, stay where you are, stay where you are. Guys, keeping the kids busy, yeah, can be quite a challenge for moms and dads, hey? Because what do you do with everybody? Like, what do you do? I mean, seriously, gets challenging. So, a few bits of paint. You can even maybe get some samples, some leaves, some rocks. Paint. Easy peasy, easy peasy. This is a little flower press. So easy to make, guys. It is literally made out of shutterboard. And it's got some 10 mil, some 100 mil little screws that has the little wing nut on the top. And I'm not going to go into all the detail, but if you want to know more about it, just drop us a message on any of the social platforms. So those, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to show you very quickly. So if this is it, and I mean, really, this is what it started out as. 2 pieces of shutterboard. I mean, like, huh? 2 pieces of shutterboard, 4 holes, 100 mil, screw with a little wing nut, bit of stain. Oh, no, come on, nice and easy. So this is what it looks like on the other side. Okay, so that's what will happen with your little washer. Okay, it's been stained. I'm just turning it upside down. And this is what keeps people busy, adults and children alike. And you just pop this off here. Okay, wait for it. Bit of roller towel. You've picked your leaves. You've walked around the garden. You've identified plants. You're making a color palette. And here we have some lovely, beautiful dried flowers and leaves in our flower press. Isn't that lovely? What do we do with these? We get the kids to take some cardboard, make a card, pop these together, maybe into one of those little terracotta jars that we pimped. So many options. All we have to do is embrace it and just be a little bit creative. And anybody can. We've given it all to you now. We've given it to you. We've given you lots of ideas that I honestly hope that you will get. And remember, Last thing, last thing. If you've got neighbors that you don't really like, I know, we try, but or like something that's ugly, all right, and you're not building walls or anything, consider things like this, guys. Look at this. This is willow fencing. It's about 5 meters. It's 5 meters in length. It's 1.8 meters high. And all you got to do is pop a stake in here, a stake in there. Cable ties do the trick. Pull it along. Zip, zip, zip. Oh, look at that. All right, nice and simple. For trellising, consider something like this for the bamboo trellising, or even this lovely trellis to hide areas. There are simple ways that we can create fixes without breaking the bank. Alrighty. And if you're still short of ideas, there are many more right here in these 2 beautiful magazines that are available at your local builders. We showcase a magnificent garden that is compartmentalized with inspiration. You will just love it. When we talk about inspiration, guys, it is between these pages for English and Afrikaans. And so go and grab your copy now. Remember, guys, if you're looking for more information, please go and visit the blog. That's the Builders blog and the Builders YouTube channel for loads of DIY content, inspiration, and of course, gardening advice. I thank you all. I thank you all for being with us for the last year. I know that everyone can't be here all the time, but for those of you, you know who you are, who I come online and it's like knowing when I open the front door that my 2 dogs are going to say hello to me, and my kids are there, my family's there. And when I come online, I know that you're there. And I thank builders and all of you. And I thank my team behind the scenes that run with cables, pull my chain, help me set up, tell me which camera to look at, play music, and make sure that I am well behaved, which never happens. But they do try. But without them, I couldn't be here. So to you and yours and your family, extended family, even the aunt and uncle that you don't really like, it's okay. It's a time. It's the time. It's holidays. Be creative. Enjoy yourself. Get yourself ready. Get prepared. Until next year, take care of you and yours. And as always, happy gardening. God bless.